that are going to be helping out, and we'll be doing breakout sessions. So within each session, you'll be broken out into groups, hence why you have a letter next to your name. And you'll be broken out with similar participants of your age group, and you'll be going over some great reflection questions, going over the activity, showcasing what you're doing, and a lot of the different things that were going on with the activity. So it'll be kind of a sense to give you kind of that small group camp-like feel. So we'll be doing that in each of the 3 sessions. So with that, I'm going to switch to the next tab. Tell me if you guys see it. You guys see the instructions tab? Give me a thumbs up if you see it. You see it? Sweet. So whether you got an in-person kit or whether you received this via email, you should be able to see this. So this has the instruction list. You should be able to have the instruction list. So it has all the supplies you need and going over the instructions, and it'll have this little QR code on the bottom of each page. We have a YouTube channel, so it's a really awesome thing. So if you scan this QR code, and we'll make sure in the next follow-up email, I'll get that email or get that link over to Dr. Lucia so she can send it out. We will have a YouTube channel up, and it has a folder with all the instructional videos where actually you get to see me a little more often. I demonstrated all 5 of the activities, so you can get a little bit more of a visual representation of what each is like, just so it can kind of help out, because while we did our best with the paper instructions, I understand if you guys are visual learners, very hands-on like, so we want to make sure that we cater to all different learning types. So on each of the bottom of the pages for each activity, you can scan that, and it'll take you right to our YouTube channel. So pretty much throughout the whole week, we'll be focusing on one of the activities, and you make sure to keep these instruction sheets close, and you'll be able to work through the activities like that.
Are we doing the experiment now?
So when it comes to doing them, so basically after we get done with this meeting today, we ask before your Zoom session, you have the experiment and the project pretty much done. You can come if you have any questions, or you can reach out if you're having issues when it comes, like after watching a YouTube video and looking at online resources and looking at our instructions. But pretty much when you come to the session, you should have the activity done, because the cool part about being on Zoom is you'll get to showcase your project, especially with the graphite circuit. You see this cool smiley face? You get to design whatever you want when it comes to tomorrow's experiment. So you get to design any shape you want, any sort of creation. So it'll be really cool to show off what you've done. So it'll be beneficial to have it done once you show up. So that'll pretty much be the norm for all the sessions.
Okay. So
one second before we go into questions, we're going to have a time here at the end. I'm not going to leave everyone high and dry. We're going to have a little time period after this for questions. But the big
Brian, we're limited to 100, just so you know. I'm getting emails like crazy right now.
It's limited to 100?
Yes.
Interesting. So I'll put the recording up, but that shouldn't be like that. I'll make sure that we can see what happens. So pretty much when it comes to the activities, like I said, follow the instructions, and then you can visit our YouTube channel. And then, does everyone have their supplies? Did everyone get their kit? Or if you did not get a kit, did you get your supplies and everything already? Give me a thumbs up if you guys are working on that.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
What if you don't have all of the supplies that you needed for the project?
So I would say try to keep working on it if you can. I know it's kind of hard right now considering the certain situations with the COVID-19 pandemic and just kind of everything going on. I know it's sometimes hard to get to. But I would say whatever you can do to try to get the supplies, do it. If not, still try to attempt it with what you have. There'll still be some good learning outcomes, and especially after we talk in kind of a small group setting, it'll be really good to try to, you'll still get a good understanding. But I would say try to make your best attempt and get all the supplies. And the big thing is, if you're still trying to work on it, like I said, we have the schedule. If I switch back, we're doing the graphite circuit first. So if you can, try to focus on getting the supplies for the ones in these orders, starting with the graphite circuit, CD hovercraft, and then moving on from there. So.
Or are there alternatives to some, because it's not that we don't have them, we just couldn't find like a 9B graphite pencil. We found a 2B graphite pencil, but I'm not sure how much of a difference that makes. So are there any, and then we couldn't find copper wire tape at any of the hardware stores, or are there alternatives to some of the supplies? It just seems like those are kind of hard to find.
So the graphite pencil, the 9B pencil is the biggest reason why it's specific is because it has more graphite content in it. So when you layer it on the paper, it's more conductive. So that's why there's really not a good substitute to the 9B one. That's kind of a really specific. As for coming to find it, if you have like a craft store, like a Michael's or like a Hobby Lobby, so a 9B is used a lot for crafting. So if that's a possibility, I know they're on Amazon, and I know they're like Amazon Prime has them as well. When it comes to the copper wire tape, you can actually use for the electromagnet for the copper wire, you can actually use copper wire and connect it to the 2 leads of the LED bulb, and then you can go from there.
So we got a box, and it's sent to our address, but it's to a different kid's name. But we also signed up, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I'm guessing the other kid got Williams, but.
So yeah, so all the boxes were the same. So all of the boxes had the same contents in them. Part of the staff, our staff within kind of our planning team, and then some gracious volunteers within the Polytechnic, they helped us pack all the boxes. So we've kind of had this issue. Everyone got a box. It's just the naming was wrong. So as long as your box showed up, which it sounds like it did, it was just there was a mix-up on our spreadsheet when it came to the names versus the addresses. So
Okay.
as long as you got one, all the contents are the same, so everything should be good.
Great, thank you.
Yep.
I have a question.
Go for it.
So you were talking about the times of because I have 2 siblings besides me, and we are at different age rates, so I do not know how the time would be put together or taken apart.
Got it right here, Stephen.
And I don't really, I need to know what times they would be at.
We got it on our papers. Just say we got the answer on our papers.
It's not on the papers.
Yes, they are.
So Dr. Lucieto, she sent out an email talking about what session everyone was in. So you should have an email on that front that says what session.
Okay, so Brian, I can go through it real quick so everyone can understand. What we ended up doing is, unfortunately, this is our first time doing this, and we found out that the folks that set up the website only would allow 1 household to register. So what ended up happening is whichever child was put in first is the one that actually is registered. So when you've got more than you, which I see a lot of you, there's Stephen 3A over there. I see him. There's 3 people in the picture, and that's fine, not a problem. What we're gonna suggest is that you go in that group. The groups are small, okay? So whatever group Stephen is assigned to, then everybody can go in that group together. You know, you're all on one computer, and works out great. And it should be fine. There's no more than 10 per group, and our moderators are all fairly experienced. We've got folks moderating your sessions that are. We have a retired Boeing engineer that's going to be helping us out. We've got a couple faculty members. We've got a couple of old Girl Scout people that know how to handle a lot of kids at once. So it's going to be just fine. So if there's multiple of you in a family, just go to the one that you're assigned to. Okay, don't worry about the other sessions. And I have another meeting with the volunteers after this. And when we're finished with that, then what I'll do is I'll send out emails to everybody. So that's going to be a little later this afternoon. You'll get an email, and it'll give you the link, and it'll give you a little more information. Okay?
I have a question.
Yes.
So, you said like we should probably have our project done by the time we actually like have the meeting about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, like what if you don't really get how to do it and you kind of like want kind of like someone to walk you through it?
I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to let him answer that one.
Yeah, so when it comes to that, so like I said, you have the instructions, so like that's kind of your main point. Also, like I said, each of the instructions page, I'll make sure I re-screen share it. Right here. So we do have a link to our YouTube channel, so that kind of gives more of a visual demonstration. And then all of these activities, if you need additional assistance beyond that, there's also beyond some of our resources that we've given you, there's some other resources online. So if you feel that you need something beyond this, you can go on another YouTube or Google or find something like that. And then also, if you are really struggling after exhausting all those resources, at the beginning of each session, we'll make sure that everyone's up to speed and kind of ask what were your trouble points, what were some of the things that you struggled with, and if anyone needs help getting back going and making sure that we're all on the same page, we'll make sure that it happens. We don't want anyone to feel left out or feel they're struggling with an activity. So if we need to help when it comes to that time, my volunteers, myself, everybody, we're all willing to help. So we'll make sure of that. Don't worry about being lost. We got you. Sound good?
Thank you.
You're welcome. I know I see the chat's kind of blurred. So
Yeah, I think there's a way you can end the chat so only you guys can chat. I think that would be nice.
Yeah, I just want to see if there's any other questions. I know there's a lot of different questions going on. I saw, Dhruva, you asked about the YouTube videos and the QR code.
Yeah.
We'll make sure that we send out the name of the YouTube channel. Let me get the exact name of it. But this is the time. Even though I'm a grad student, I should be older and I should be good with technology. Sometimes I'm not the greatest with technology. So the name of the YouTube channel is Techie Time Virtual Summer Camp. I'll put it in the chat and I'll type it out.
All right.
So that is the name of the chat, if you're unable to scan the QR code. And then we'll make sure we send the link.
Wait, virtual. Wait, what is? Oh wait, never mind.
Does someone else have a question?
Brian, can you, I know Anna's sending out emails and this is crazy. You guys are doing an amazing job. I was wondering if you might send out I saw the attachment of all the activities and projects where you could print them if you didn't get a box. Maybe could you send those again just with an email subject title of activities or projects? Because I know that the QR code is on those, and I think it's just hard. I'm a teacher, and through all this coronavirus stuff, we've had to tell our principal to put a clear subject line in it because otherwise there's so many emails. It's hard. So, and I think of that for you guys.
Yeah, I was trying to keep the number of emails down. I'll do that for you. That's not
okay. I think it would help for some kiddos.
Sure. So today you'll get 2 emails. You'll get one with your session link, and you'll have one with the activity projects in it. Okay?
Sounds excellent. Thanks.
All right.
I know we have a lot of things going on. Does anyone else have any other questions?
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
So is there actually going to be a meeting today? Because my mom told me that it's a kickoff meeting today.
So after this meeting, today was kind of our first kickoff, get all the questions, get excited, get hyped. So this is our only meeting today. The official sessions and kind of all the aspects of the camp will start tomorrow. And your session 2, so that will be at 3 Eastern.
All right. So that's 2 p.m. Central Time.
Yes, 2 p.m. Central.
All right. That was my only question. And what is the name of the channel again?
Excuse me?
What is the name of the channel again?
So it's Techie Time Virtual Summer Camp. I put it in the chat. I can type again to make sure that it's populated.
All right.
So it should be public, and then all the videos are in a folder titled Demonstrations.
Can you please end chat? It's really hard to concentrate when there's just automatically chats flash up.
Got it. That's what I just did. As soon as you said that, I just hit host only. So. Does anyone else have any other questions?
I do.
Yeah, go ahead.
Was everybody supposed to get a box, or like were you supposed to like ask for it?
So, did you receive an email about being like a supplies list? Were you one of the folks who after we kind of hit our box limit had to get the supplies like a local source?
Yeah, we got a list.
You got a list?
Yeah.
So
I was just wondering if we were like supposed
so
to
you
get.
should. So if you can, we had a limit of kind of the first 100 people who signed up were the only ones who got boxes. So if you could, that supplies list, a lot of those supplies can be found at like a local hardware store, local like.
Yeah, we got most of the things already.
Yes, and as long as you got most of them, that's fine. Like I said, some of the harder to find items, I know the graphite pencil and the copper foil tape. There are substitutes for that, but yeah, definitely if you can try to get most supplies. If not, like I said, Amazon has a lot of them, and you can get them Prime or like any other way.
I have a question.
Go for it.
What are the LED lights supposed to look like? Because my dad bought a lot of them.
So the LED light should be just kind of a standard. Let me see. I might have one sitting here.
They look like this.
Yeah, it should be your standard LED with 2 leads, not like a standard light bulb that screws in. So let me see. I'll pull it.
These thingies.
A little closer to the camera, Lily, there. I see that tiny, scroll to 1E, Lily. Oh, and Colette's holding one up as well.
Yeah.
You guys all see that? That's the LED, should be looking for. A couple folks tried sending me light bulbs with LEDs in it. It won't work. You need the tiny one. Okay? Is everybody seeing that?
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Brian's got them up.
Yeah, this is the this is exactly what these are the ones that I got from Amazon that I use in the demonstration. I needed them for another project. I got 100 of them. I know that's a lot of LEDs, but pretty much those with the standard lead, and then you'll attach the lead to your graphite circuit using a piece of paper. So
I have a
standard
question.
LED like that.
I have a question.
Mom.
Yes, who said they had a question?
Me.
Go for it.
I got mine from a Christmas light. Is that one okay too?
That should work. So
Like it looks like this.
let me scroll. Yeah, that should work.
I have a question.
Yes, go for it.
Do we have to bring anything else except our project tomorrow at the next Zoom meeting?
So it'll just so when it comes to the Zoom meeting at your scheduled time, just make sure you're there with your camera on. So bring yourself. I know it's kind of a corny thing, but yeah, be there. Bring your project, and yeah, just kind of be ready, and maybe a pencil and paper to take notes, or just kind of write down any thoughts you may have. But pretty much just that.
Perfect. Good.
I have a question.
Yes.
So how are we supposed to make it without instructions?
So you should have received the instructions in the previous email. So previous email had them attached. I know Dr. Lucia is going to send them out again. And then also the instructions, if you got a kit, they were in the box with the kit as well. So you either have them in paper form or virtual form. If you have them virtual, you can print them out. And then if you want to rely solely on the YouTube video, I walk through pretty much the instructions with the finished project on the YouTube video. So.
Does it look like this?
I have a question.
Yeah, that's the instruction sheet, yes. So yeah, the one that I just shared, it should look like this. So it'll have the activity name, a little brief description, supplies needed, and then instructions.
Excuse me?
Does anyone else have any other questions?
What group is C3? Like, what time is or C3? What time is it at?
I'll help you out. I already screenshotted the timetable. So, for session 1, if any of you guys are in session 1, it'll be 12 p.m. Eastern time. If you guys are in session 2, it's 3 p.m. Eastern time. And for session 3, it will be 6 p.m. Eastern time.
Yep,
It's on
exactly.
3.
Right here.
On 3 p.m. Eastern time.
Yep,
Yeah.
so that will always be that for the rest of the entire camp.
Wait, what
So
did you say?
Always be on those sessions.
Session 3 was 3 p.m. Eastern time?
Yeah, so session 1, again, to reiterate, session 1 is at 12
Why
Eastern.
are you upside down?
Session 3 is at 3.
I figured out how to make it
Adrian,
that way.
turn it right side up.
So the sessions are 12, 3, and 6 Eastern, with session 1 being at 12
Kid,
Eastern.
I am bored.
Session 3
Turn
being at
yourself
3
right side up.
Eastern, or session 2 being at 3 Eastern, and then session 3 being at 6 Eastern. So,
Quit being
For
screwed.
the conclusion, camp, for concluding the camp, would it be like the same time we would do for the week, or would it be like the same time we would do it for this one, like
it'll
10?
be in the group sessions. So it'll be
Okay.
in whatever group you're in, it'll be aligned with the group sessions.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Could I say something really quick?
I heard someone say they had a question, but if you could turn up your audio.
I have a question.
For those who don't have like cameras, there's a way you could just connect your iPhone using an app to your computer.
I'm not sure about the possibilities to be able to do that, so I'm not really familiar with any like apps or any third-party ways to do it. But if you don't have a camera, that's fine as long as you're present, still on Zoom, actively participating, that's fine. We just encourage if you have a camera and you're willing to use it, we would like you to use it. Because like we said, we love to see everyone's smiling faces and see everyone present and showing off their cool projects.
Oh, sorry.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So like I don't when you say like session 1, session 2, session 3, I thought it was by like 2C or 1D or stuff like that. Like, how do we know what session we're in? Like, I get what sessions, what time. I don't know what like number.
Okay, I can explain that for you, Brian, if you'd like.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so we have 3 sessions. What I did is I took everybody's age and I lined it up by age. So the youngest people in this entire thing are in 1A and the oldest are in 3E. Now this is what we're doing. We're trying to get people near your age. So you guys are in the same, you go to the same grades and that type of thing. So what we did is we broke it into 3 groups, 1, 2, and 3. So if you hear Brian talking about session 1, you're in that first session that meets at noon every day. And it's usually 8, some 9, and a couple of 10-year-olds. And then we have session 2. And there's older 10-year-olds, 11-year-olds, and 12-year-olds. And then in session 3, we have the 13 and the 14-year-olds. I think there's a couple stray 12-year-olds in there as well. And then we're going to have a mix anyway, okay? But now A, B, C, D is the order of your session. That's it. Is there a question?
Didn't you put it also by placement or area, region in the country?
No, we thought it would be more fun for them to get to know each other.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
So how long are the sessions?
They're gonna vary a little bit. We have to see how much you guys want to interact. So what Brian's gonna do is he's gonna have 5 of us go out and be session moderators, okay? And we're gonna text each other when it looks like it's time to pull back. And then he'll bring everybody back to the room and we'll talk. Right now we're shooting for about 15 minutes. Might be slightly longer, might be shorter. It depends on you guys, okay? So you'll start in the big group like this, but there's only gonna be 50-ish. And then you go to the breakout sessions, and then when you're done in breakout, you'll come back. And that'll be it for the day. And we'll record the front and the back end. We won't be able to record the actual breakout session. I don't think, Brian. Can we do that?
Record the main session.
Okay. So anyway, so then we'll send links to everybody. I'll keep sending links to you. So you're going to hear from me quite a bit. Okay. Now, the one thing I do have an issue with is some of the parents' emails are bouncing, so I've been sending stuff to the kids. All right, so there's typos and stuff like that. So if you're a parent and you're not getting an email, look at your kids' emails and send me a note and I'll fix your email in my list. It's the only way I'm gonna be able to do that. Okay, it's a little bit of work there. And I need you guys all to go back and look at your names. Some of you have done it, some of you have not. But what we're looking for is make sure you get that session and group numbers so that 1D or 1B or 3A or whatever in front of your name there so that we can get you in the right spot tomorrow when you sign in. Okay?
Hi, we have a question.
Sure. Yes.
Oh, so I saw in one email that Gabrielle was assigned as 1C Joey, but when we looked at the list of all of the participants, her name was in the 1A section.
Right, I gave you an example of how
that was an example
on the screen. So you need to change Katrina Smith and put her group number in her name so that we know who she is. And that makes it easier. Then when we have that group of 10, we can say, Mary. Oh, so can you respond to that question? So maybe if somebody's a little quiet that day or whatever, we can actually call on them and ask them to respond. Or if somebody's really bummed because they couldn't make it work, so then they show it on the screen and then we can help them fix it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she is, I need to go by the list of where all of the participants. Okay, got it.
Yes.
That was
yes. Yes.
And so 1A would be considered 12 noon Eastern time?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
I have a question.
Yes.
I could not find the Techie Time virtual summer camp on YouTube. Is there something else we need to add to that? Or when I Techie Time virtual summer camp, it's not showing the exact one that, you know.
Right.
Let me make sure it is, I know for a fact it's public. Let me, if anything, we can send out a link when we send out the next email. We'll make sure that the link is in there, but it should be public. I have 5 subscribers already to it. So copy. Let me see if I can copy a link to it here.
Hey, Brian, I sent I scanned the QR code on my phone, made sure I subscribed, but I also sent it to you through the chat privately. So the URL is there and the title. So you should just be able to copy and paste it and send it to everyone.
Awesome, I appreciate that. Let me paste. It should be in the chat. So thank you very much for that.
Yep.
There it is. That is the link to the channel and then the title of the channel.
The Techie was Techie, not Techy. That's why. Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's fine.
I have a question.
Yes.
I am 12 years old and my siblings are younger than me. But what is group 3A? Is it 12 through 14? Because I'm in 3A right now. So I don't know which group I necessarily be in. Am I in the right group or am I in the wrong group?
No, it sounds like you're in the right group. You're in the youngest of the 3 session though, so you can have your siblings join you. That shouldn't be a problem.
My mom though told me that we would have our sessions at 3 different times. So is that
remember I said we could only sign up 1 per family because of the way they programmed it initially and we didn't find out till later. So you guys are gonna need to share, okay?
What time?
You're 3A, so 3A would be
3 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Oh.
3A is 6 o'clock Eastern time. I don't know what time zone are you in?
I think we are in the northern.
Where do you live?
On the north side.
What state?
Chicago.
You're Central Time, so it's going to be 5 o'clock p.m. Okay.
Got it.
All right.
What time would it be for 3D in Central Time Zone?
It would be 5. That would be 5 Central.
Yeah, so we have kids from coast to coast, And we decided to do the noon, 3, and 6 so that we don't get the kids in California up at 6 o'clock in the morning. We thought the California kids would appreciate that. William, appreciate that? I see Mom over there shaking her head.
Do not want to be up at 6 o'clock in the morning. It's
Yeah.
I do not want to be up at 6
Oh,
o'clock.
Hazel, are you in California, Hazel?
Yeah, I'm in San Diego.
Okay.
So what time is my class then? I'm 1D.
You're
California.
1D, so you're going to be, it's noon Eastern time, so that'll be 9 o'clock in the morning, I believe there, okay?
I wake up at 6:30. I cannot.
Am I
wake
right
up
with the
at
9? Help me out, Williams, Mom.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Okay.
fine. Yep. Hazel, do you have all the materials?
Yeah, I have. I got the kit. My mom signed me up, so I think I got the kit.
Okay, so if anyone else is in San Diego, I wonder, do we have extra materials in the kits? Are there extra, like, the tape?
You're gonna get another one.
Anything?
I'm not sure.
No, we pulled it kind of tight because the copper tape's very expensive.
Okay, all right. I was just thinking about that.
Oh, sharing.
I have a question.
So one more question, please.
Yes. Yes.
I think he answered this, which I just make sure. I could not find the copper tape, but I have electrical tape. Is that okay? Or
Oh, they're very different. Brian, can you put up the copper tape?
So when it comes to the biggest thing for the reason why it was copper tape is because when you tape a taper, it needs to be conductive. So it's complete when the light bulb lights up. So if you have when it comes to the copper wire, a substitute for that is you could use the copper wire and take the copper wire to the lead of the LED and then the leads of the battery and tape it to the graphite, the 9B graphite that you made. So that's an option. But the big thing is, yeah, electrical tape won't work.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So is there going to be a Zoom at 12 o'clock today?
No, so today the only session is this kickoff session. It was our hour-long session today. Just kick off, get everyone hyped, get everyone happy for this. The regular sessions, which are our 1, 2, 3, which myself and Dr. Lucy have described, will start tomorrow.
I have a question.
Yes.
I can ask. I also work at an institution. Curious if this was grant funded or some way that we can provide like positive feedback if you guys need, any success stories, because what you're doing is amazing, and I just want to say thank you. Even if it's excellent out there online. So any evaluation or anything that we can help with, just let us know as a parent.
Yeah, what we're planning on doing is at the end, we'll send out a survey too on Qualtrics. You'll get a link to parents, and then the kids will get a separate one. And we're going to ask for input because we'd like to do this here. We had super limited funding that we utilized for the boxes, and that's why we stuck with 100. And then we were a little surprised when we were so popular. So we would like to do this again. And if you guys want to supply a letter or something like that to say how great it was or whatever, that would be fantastic, because that will help us with some of our local sponsors and some of the folks who provide us with the money to do this. And then we can probably get more students involved in it as well. Right now, we've got Brian and Julia and another gal named Amani on here who are helping us out. And, so I'm certainly volunteering. Those emails you're getting from me at 11 o'clock at night are coming off my phone, So, so any input we'll definitely be looking for. Yes.
Thank you.
So what time is going to be our Zoom calls? Like 6 through?
Okay, I need help. Who's talking? I don't see you here.
Yep, me neither.
Oh,
I just jumped in. That was a 5 p.m. with I believe it's a 3A group at 5 p.m. because they're in Central Time.
Right.
But ours is all together, and you said that starts at 6 p.m. and it ends at.
It'll vary in length. The sessions will vary in length depending on participation, the questions we have, and just a lot of different things that are going on. So definitely, we're going to say probably anywhere between 15 and probably 35, 40 minutes. It just, the more participation we get, the more active happenings that we have, the longer the session will be. So we want them to be, we definitely love longer sessions. We want to see participation, but the max they'll be is an hour.
I just want to clarify that 6 p.m. is Eastern time. If you don't live in the Eastern time zone, it's not going to be Eastern, it's only Eastern time at 12, 3, and 6. So make sure you check your time zone.
Okay, I have another question.
Yep.
We have enough material in our box to make 3 separate projects on the same day, or we're building one all together?
You guys are going to have to do it all together, okay?
Okay.
Excuse me, only one of you got signed up, so you'll need to work together. You should be able to share the materials and do the projects pretty easily.
I have a question.
Yes?
We are Pacific time. Does that mean like we're meeting at a different time? Because I live in California.
Right. So you live in California. So you're in what? Is this Carter?
What?
Who's talking? Was that Carter?
Yes.
Okay. So if you live in California, that means you're on Pacific time. Okay. So the time that we're going to be having lunch when we meet with you because we're in Eastern time. But you probably will have just gotten out of bed. So it'll be 9 a.m. for you. Okay.
All right.
All right. And you might want to look up, you guys, this is actually a great science lesson. Why don't you take a look at time zones? Check that out. Look that up on Google. See what you learn. We have some folks on here from Colorado, and they're on Mountain Time. And then we have some, I believe Stephen and his siblings live north of Chicago. And so they're on Central Time. So you want to look at that. It's actually a very interesting map. I've always found it very interesting. Hazel?
Can I ask a question real quick?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
So like I have an older brother who's not signed up for this, and like during the time, like I don't think my 3-year-old sister will be much helping me, and my mom and dad will be busy. Do you think like if I need help, he could come and help me, like, or does it have to be like entirely me who's doing it?
No,
you look around. Yeah. Brian, I'm sorry.
Yeah, much help as you like. So if you want your parents to help you, your sister, a friend, whoever, as long as if you need it, this is not like an individual. This isn't like a classroom. Like we're not going to get you in trouble. Like, sorry, you worked with a friend on this. No, you can work with as many people as you want.
If I'm on Central Time, in group 2, what time should I get on?
So that'll be 2 Central. We're both in Central Time, so we'll see you at 2.
Thank you.
Excuse me?
I have a question.
Yes.
So in my time, we're going to be meeting like at 6 o'clock p.m.
Yeah, if you're in Eastern Time, that is. Are you in Eastern Time?
I think so. Yeah.
What state do you live in?
She's in Chicago.
Yeah, if you're in Chicago, that's Central Time.
And it would be 5 p.m. Central Time.
Okay.
So we have time for about 3 or 4 more questions. So does anyone else have anything else?
Hi, Adam.
Luke?
Excuse me?
Yep.
Hi.
Hi. Is that it?
Excuse me?
Yeah, go for it. Okay. You have a question?
Wait. I do.
Go for it.
So, what time do I get on if I'm in session 1? I live in Maryland.
So you'll be in Eastern Time. So you're in Eastern Time. Session 1 starts at 12 Eastern, so noon.
Okay.
Good?
Hi, this is Hudson. Hi, this is Hudson's mom. Can you guys hear me?
Can we hear you?
Hi. I think that was Hazel that said she might not have any help. If you need, was that you, Hazel? If you need help, I'd be happy to help you. We can do a Zoom call with you, okay? Because I don't have a schedule that I have to follow right now, so I can help. So if if you want to send them my email,
I don't, oh Lordy.
or if somebody who works there wants to send them my email, that's fine. And then Hazel, your parents can help connect us, okay? If you need help.
What time is session 3B?
So session 3 would be at 6 Eastern, 5 Central, 4 Mountain, and 3 Pacific. So whichever time zone you're in, what state do you live in?
Maryland.
So yeah, that would
that's
be 6 Eastern, yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
I have one question.
Yes.
So I'm like 8 and I live in St. Louis and I'm 1B. What time am I gonna be at?
So that would be 11 Central. So Central, you'll be in St. Louis, you'll be in Central Time, that'll be 11 Central.
Okay.
And I'm from St. Louis, so yay.
Do you know why there are different letters at the end of the numbers?
Yeah, so the letters, so basically the numbers mean which session you're in, as we talked about, whether you're 1, 2, or 3. The letters, we're doing breakout sessions within each session to kind of give you that small group camp type feel. So it helps you get to know other people around the same age as you. We broke up into age brackets. So once we get into this, once you get into your session tomorrow, I'll be the one hosting it again. So pretty much what we'll do is we'll have, I will send you guys into breakout rooms, and whichever letter you are, you'll be paired with other people of the same letter. So basically we'll put all the A's in a room, we'll put all the B's in a room, put all the C's in the room, and so on and so forth.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what time I am.
You
Where do you
should have.
live?
Go ahead.
Houston.
Where?
Houston.
Houston Central Time. So what group are you in?
I don't know.
Do you know how to turn it up?
Who's talking?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out.
Is that Faith talk? No, Faith's off. Who asked the question?
I think it was Faith. She turned her
Faith, did you ask, or do you live in Houston, Faith?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're Central Time. How old are you?
9.
9? Okay, so I don't know if you're in session 1 or session 2. So we'll send you an email in a little bit, okay? Let me clarify that for you, okay? Just remember you're in Central Time, okay? And then when you see Eastern Time, you're going to subtract 1 from that. Does that make sense? You don't have your speaker on, so I can't hear you.
We have time for about 1 or 2 more questions.
I have a question.
Yes.
I have an appointment tomorrow and my mom and dad are taking me, so I might not.
So if you can't make the session, that's fine. We will all the sessions will be recorded. All of the big sessions will be recorded. We can't record the individual breakout rooms just because of like Zoom capability. So we will catch you back up. If you can still do the experiment and still participate that way. And we can work on that when you come back on the next day. But yeah, if you have something other like that, like a doctor's appointment or something like that, that's more important. So.
I have a question.
Yes, Sydney?
You might have already mentioned this already, but for the day, like Zoom calls after we finish our project, how long do you estimate that it will be?
So the sessions will be, so the Zoom call sessions, like for the following week, they'll be about, depending on, they could be as short as 15 minutes, but we encourage active participation in them. So it will be no longer than an hour. but we're anticipating anywhere between 15 and 45 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
This is Benjamin Boxnick. We were unable to get in until now because there were too many participants. Is this going to be recorded so that we can watch it at a later time to make sure we get all the information we need?
Yes, so I'm recording right now. So all the question and answer will be recorded. The biggest takeaways kind of from the things that we did, if you got the instructions, so the instructions have all of the the supplies and kind of the methodology to do everything. So when it comes to that, when it comes to the Zoom sessions, we'll have our 3 sessions tomorrow, and depending on what group your son is in, they will be divided amongst that, and we'll be doing it like breakout sessions within the Zoom. So all the question and answers recorded, and then we'll be sending out a follow-up email after this with the individual links to the Zoom sessions.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay,
Excuse me?
Who was talking? What a question?
Can I ask one more question?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm kind of confused by listening to everybody from like different states on what times they're going to be on. I may have asked this before, but I'm in California, and I believe I'm 1D. What time is that? 'Cause I'm just getting really confused listening to everybody else's times.
Well, that's understandable. So if you're in California, you're Pacific time, so West Coast time. Your first session will be 9 Pacific.
Write it down, Hazel.
Yeah, write it down if you could.
I had to do it.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Go for it.
So I have an appointment that will prevent me from joining my breakout session tomorrow. So how will I be able to join it tomorrow, the next day?
So it'll be so when it comes to the breakout session and like the small group sessions, it'll be the same link to Zoom every day. So once you get that email, you just click on the same link. All of the big sessions will be recorded, so you'll still be able to kind of see what other students did for their projects and and get like the overall gist of the activity. It's just because of kind of if you're having a doctoral, you'll have to miss the mini breakout, and you'll rejoin that seamlessly on Wednesday. So you won't have to worry about not being placed in a group. We'll make sure you get in there, and we'll make sure that that you'll be missing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
I have a question for Hudson. Is your last name Brooks? 1C Hudson. Is your last name Brooks? Give me a thumbs up. I'm just trying to hook your mom up to Hazel. Okay. Hazel, you're Johnson, correct? All right. I got it. We'll send the email and hook your moms up, okay?
One more question.
Yes.
I might not
At 11 Central Time, do we have to present the activity or we have to do the activity?
So you'll present it.
Huh?
You'll present the activity.
Oh.
Brian gave you a really cool video, and he's going to set you up to do, you've got all the stuff to know how to do it before, and then go to the session. And if you don't quite get it, or you really get it well, bring it to everybody and they'll help you fix it.
Okay. So the only problem I can see is like, cause I'm in California, I'm gonna be doing it, have to present my thing at like when I'm gonna wake up, basically as soon as I wake up.
Yeah.
I like to sleep in, so should I try to do it today and do it like, do the project the day before?
Yeah, that sounds like that might be the best thing for you.
Yeah, that's what we're doing, Hazel.
I'm doing it
today.
There you go. That sounds like a great idea.
I have a question.
Go for it.
Are we supposed to build our activity before the Zoom call and talk about it? Or
Yes.
Yes.
Hudson Brooks, did you still get a box? Because Hudson, where are you at? Can you unmute for a second? Because we have a box at your name, but we want to make sure you got your box.
Yeah, we did have a mix-up.
Don't worry about the boxes. Yeah, don't worry about the boxes too much. We gave 100 names with addresses that they somehow scrambled in the mailroom. So
My box.
everybody should have gotten a box, probably just not with their name on it.
Exactly.
My box is
I did get an email from a mom that said they didn't get their box. I just sent her the supply list. So. Okay, Brian, do we have anything else?
So that is about it. Like I said, we really thank everyone for participating, and thank you guys for joining this. Like I said, this is something that we try to do.
I got a question.
Oh, go ahead. We'll take this question.
Okay, which project are we supposed to build?
So for the project, the first project, let me go back to my screen share. The first project, you see my screen with the little calendar? So you'll do the graphite circuit for tomorrow, and then July 29th, July 30th will be the CD hovercraft. That one kind of takes 2 people and kind of can take a little bit longer. So that's why we kind of gave it 2 days. July 31st which will be Friday, will be the coat-hanger balance. And then Monday, August 3rd will be the electromagnet. And then Tuesday, August 4th will be the Marvel roller coaster activity, which is personally my favorite. And then we'll conclude on Wednesday the 5th.
I have a question.
Go ahead, we'll take this one.
Go ahead, Grace.
Oh, yeah, he answered my last question.
Okay.
Sweet. So with that, we're going to wrap up. If you guys have any other further questions, feel free to reach out and we'll try to respond. We appreciate the emails. That's great. You guys are asking questions. Like we said, we're really happy to be putting this on. The whole planning team, we're really stoked to see this, and you guys' participation is awesome. We love all the questions. So like I said, if you guys have anything else, feel free to reach out. But if not, we're super excited to see you guys in your sessions tomorrow. Yeah, that's really all I have. Planning team, if you guys got anything else?
Thanks, Brian. See you tomorrow.
See you guys tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good day.
Thank you, y'all too.